Achievement! Alright, first things first, let's drop down that sound a little bit. There we go. And I guess that's all for our graphics and audio, just, window mode or yes or no or audio. And yeah, I got an achievement just for starting the game there apparently. Good luck. Start the game, because, starting the game requires an achievement for it. Alright, so first things first, I'll note that this is basically a game I got via a review key. Vambrace the Cold Soul, or Vambrace Cold Soul rather. It's basically a game that I picked up because, well, these games inspire it. Darkest Dungeons, the Elder Scrolls series, Castlevania series, Final Fantasy series, and FTL Fast and Light series. Or I guess that's a single game, but whatever. All these games basically are ones that I've enjoyed or played, except for Castlevania, but, well, basically, let's just jump into it and I'll show off what this game's all about, and then you can see what, why I sort of picked it up. We'll click a slot right here. Alright, so here we are, starting out. Private Vigs. Alright, this is the place I told you guys about. Private Wedge. Looks like the spooks got here first. Was it really worth leaving our regular path to come all the way out here? We're not patrolling today. Besides, if we don't find some more supplies soon, we'll all be in trouble. Have you a better suggestion? I'm not the one that will have to tell Celeste we came back empty-handed. Sarge. Shut your pie holes! Who knows what's lurking about up here? Just look around and see if you can find anything useful. Check out the tutorial graphic above, and move out! Alright, so you can move with the A and D keys. Your character can move left and right on the field. The command box at the bottom left displays your interactive options with the environment around you, so 1, 2, 3, 4. The command box on the bottom right displays the inventory, bio, codex, and map options. The inventory displays the items your team is carrying, so B to basically pick up stuff, I guess, or see what you're holding. Map displays your current location, destinations, and field encounters, and the bio displays your team's members, stats, skills, statuses, effects, and equipped relics. So I can use the cursor keys, the left and right arrow, or I can use A and D to walk around. We can't seem to do anything. My progress just got saved there. Now, I'll note by the way that we're currently in a tutorial, if you haven't really already guessed that, from like the tutorial graphic. Something to note about this game, by the way, is that we basically start out without our main character right from the get-go. Basically, there's a main character in this game, and you're basically like playing as a scouting party that basically finds the main character at the start. So let's just go find our main character, I guess, and we'll tutorial our way all the way over there. Now, I'll notice this is, as you can see, very Darkest Dungeon inspired, with what we are seeing right here. I'm not that I haven't done a Darkest Dungeon game yet, so I'm actually thinking about doing a Let's Play, partly for this reason, for this series. So you might see more episodes for this in the future. You're only going to see one for now, but a door. Is it locked? Open already, and keep your guard up. Alright, so interaction icons represents a variety of ways you can engage the environment around you, so now we're going to be able to interact with stuff, I guess. So we got basically sleep, I guess that's a door, pick lock, salvage, conversation, look, other stuff. A red X on the interaction icon means you can neither access the area nor engage with the object, so can't access the area, engage with the object. You'll need to hold the interact button to complete your action with certain objects. Alright, interesting. So if I want to leave, I can basically just like click the icon here. Alright. There we go. Have to press the E key basically to interact with stuff. You can't just click on it with your mouse. I'll note that your mouse basically is like, not used for clicking on stuff very, much here. And by the way, there's like, a red X, so I can't go in that door right there. I found something. Looks like a chest of some sort. Well, what are you waiting for? Okay, here goes. ... I forgot how to open it. What? All Mother help me. It's a miracle I survived this long in the company of fools. Just press and hold the button indicated in the tutorial graphic and voila. It's usually a good idea to have someone with a high sleight stat in your team to do the dirty work. Alright, so note by the way if your bios, and I'm just clicking it here for the first time. This is the bio. Learn more about your team members' stats, skills, stats, effects, and equip relics here. Press left or right to toggle between the characters in your team. The heart icon indicates your health. Flame indicates the vigor. The sword icon is your combat and represents your character's prowess in fighting. The lockpick icon indicates sleight and represents the character's ability to scavenge. The star icon indicates merchantry and represents the character's ability to negotiate with merchants. The eye icon indicates awareness and represents the individual's ability to spot traps. The party's success is determined by the ally of the highest rating. And the tent icon indicates overwatch and represents the character's ability to care for the party while camping. Combat skills can be performed while fighting. Normal skills on your character's default abilities. The flourish skill can only be used once. It has been charged with flourish points. This section displays your party's equipment. You can check the value and benefit of equipping various relics here. Use the formation button to change the arrangement of your team members, because, in Darkest Dungeon, your formation is very important. You'll see that when we get to our first fight. And you may need to dismiss a party member to recruit new comrades. Alright, so basically here's our, bio for Briggs here. He's only got one sleight, so he's not too good at, picking loss and stuff. This guy's only got one, but she's got at least 7, so... Maybe I want Sars basically to pick locking here if I can. Okay, how do I rearrange? I click this one here, I guess? I wish that I could actually let you use the mouse to do some stuff, but whatever. Right there. Now she's basically in front. And now he's right there. Alright, let's see here. I think that's basically how it works. Containers like this may hold valuable loot. The character who has high sleight will have a chance to open a chest and find loot. Scavenger with low sleight may have difficulty opening chests and will often find less loot. Alright, it's basically this guy who's good at picking locks, he'll get lots of loot. Someone else wouldn't. So if I try and open this up, move aside and leave it to me. Alright, so one man's junk is another man's treasure. Basically got, some junk, some more junk. I guess E lets me take a single item, R takes all the items. The chests here are different from the ones back in Adenia. Forget the chest. Try checking your inventory and character bios as indicated in the bottom right corner of the screen. Here's our inventory. This is your team's inventory. The skull icon represents Helion, so that's the currency. The currency used to buy and sell items. The scale icon represents capacity, and it indicates how much team can carry before suffering an overweight debuff. Each section of your inventory categorizes items by the same type. Most items can be sold by to merchants or removed from your inventory. However, quest items will remain with you. Relics represented by a diamond icon may be equipped to improve stats or upgrade skills. Some quest items may also be equipped. Yeah, so here's like some of the stuff we picked up, I guess. There's a scrap metal, leftover pieces of metal that can be used, that repurposed for a variety of uses. Rope and thread. Many descendants of Delric will yield you put this to good use. Survival gear, filled with flint, gunpowder, thread, and other essential tools for survival. And junk. One man's junk is another man's treasure. Here's a scroll of consent. Provide Zachary's consent to move about freely in Delric and to the surface. This gives me autonomy to move between Delric and ice and air. By the way, you'll find like stuff like this, like scrolls, like are important for like moving around. At the start of the game, you'll be restricted in what you can basically do. So having scrolls like that's pretty important. All right, now that we basically that all out of the way, let's just go to B here, and we're just going to use formation to switch them back around. All right, and let's just move on, I guess. So this guy will take the lead. So I'll note, by the way, I can use the mouse to look at stuff, but apparently for the most part, this is very much a keyboard-oriented game by the looks of it. It's freezing out here. You think the spooks are getting close? Did you forget to bring the guys so mightier again? We should keep going. No use going back the way we came if they are. Stay put for too long and they'll catch up. Remember, if your health or vigor drops to 0, we'll be the ones spooking this place. Let's go. I feel uneasy. This place gives me the creeps. Alright, the red bar on the character's HUD indicates health. If a character's health drops to 0, he or she will die. Damage to health is usually incurred during combat. The yellow bar on the character's HUD indicates vigor. A character will also die if vigor drops to 0. Damage to vigor is usually incurred for stressor of exploration. You gain flourish points through critical action bonuses and finishing turns during combat. Accumulating enough will activate your flourish. So basically, this is like your stamina, I guess, in this game. Health is health, and then vigor is like your survival resource. So these are all important resources basically to do stuff with. And Infrasonic Totem. Alright, you spring a trap that spreads infrasonic waves, causing you a strange tension. So this basically causes you -2 health and hand traverse. Apparently avoid this trap, so be careful. This path is dangerous. Another trap. Best to have someone with high awareness stat in your team to avoid them. Alright, it's basically, you want awareness somewhere in your team, so they basically avoid traps. Traps are a dangerous feature of ice and air. Your party leader or your entire team could incur damage from an activated trap. Characters with high awareness will warn your party of imminent dangers and allow you to avoid unexpected casualties from traps. Characters with low awareness will trigger traps more easily. So basically, high awareness, you might see the trap. Low in awareness, you'll basically stumble into trap. Some actions have a probability of failure. When you see this green script, it means your attempt was a success. The red script means action failed, and you incur a penalty. The gray script means you missed, and the enemy has evaded your attack. A blue script means you score critical, and your action's effectively been maximized. Now we should get our first encounter up here, so let's go to that then. I just saw something move in the distance. Get your weapons ready, and think fast! Let's make sure we get home today. I'm ready. Alright, so here's combat in this game. You've encountered hostile enemies. Your team is located on the left, and your enemy team is positioned on the right. Each team has 4 slots rising in value from the center, and teams' characters' HUDs have a slot icon denoting their space. The bottom bar displays the turn order using the character's HUD slot icons. A higher awareness gives your characters an advantage in initiative. If 2 characters have the same awareness, the one position in front will get initiative. When a character's icon reaches this point, it is his or her turn to take action. Normal skills are your character's default abilities. To flourish is powerful, but needs to be charged by accumulating flourish points. Using guard helps your characters defend themselves at the cost of 1 vigor. It is a useful way to defend against powerful enemy flourishes. You may even get a flourish point. Your characters may also pass their turns. You cannot use items or change relics during combat. However, you may check your map and bio for the benefit of planning your next move. Formation allows you to rearrange your team in the heat of combat. Runaway is also a good option for avoiding combat. Alright, so basically this is like, the combat, I guess, for this game. It's very much inspired by Darkest Dungeons, where you basically have formations. So the guy in front, basically, he'll basically have, like, skills and such that lets him basically do stuff. Basically, right now we're playing a Sarge right here. So you see he's got the first skill, because he's basically the first in the turn order. Basically, I have to, like, do an attack here. So let's just go with E here. There are 3 range types for every skill. Short range, mid range, and long range. So basically, she's in the long range right now. Short range skills are only available while positioned in the first or second slot, and can only target enemies in the first or second slot. So basically, short range is like, for like, upfront attacks from like the upfront people. Mid-range skills can be used in any position, but can only target enemies in the first or second slots. So basically, anyone can use mid-range skills. Long-range skills can be used in any position, and can target any enemy position. If an enemy is clear from the first slot, the closest enemy in any position will then occupy their vacant slot. So basically, if I kill this guy, then these guys move up to become 1 and 2. Choose your target. Your target reticle is visible on an enemy HUD. Alright, so let's see here. We're just going to go after the first guy here. Alright, so we killed the first guy. I believe this means that these guys, like, what will happen is they'll actually advance to be like, he's going to be like the first slot, he'll be the second slot. So let's see here. This guy is going to go next. We'll go after this guy because, like, he's next, I guess, so. There's a strike on him. And he's going to spear him. So that guy had his turn, he just basically attacked my guy in the front. Now if I want to use guard for like this R right here key or Q to wait, X I believe is my flourish, but I can't seem to do anything with that right yet, so it's going to throw off our daggers again. Whoops! That was a miss! Alright, let's try maybe this guy's ability. So before I press X for this guy, this is going to give him a buff, I think, so why not? We'll do that. So that looks like it buffed him up a little bit. So he basically got, I think, a boost to his combat abilities, perhaps. I also do the same for this guy, I guess, as well. So he's got a special ability. We'll do it to this guy right here. And he instantly kills the guy. Now, no boy, because I used up the flourish points, they're all gone. Let's move on, I guess. So there's the corpses of the enemies basically killed. I told you guys I had a bad feeling about this place. You're the one who insisted that we come here to begin with. These graphics could be a lot better, I think, but whatever. By all means, continue quarreling amongst yourselves if you want to be ice pops. We have the spoils we came for, and it's colder than a witch's tit out here. I, for one, am ready to return. Hold up, guys. I see a body. Looks like a girl. Who is it? She's not from Delaric. I don't recognize her. And no other scavenging team came up today either. Well, we can't help her now. Search the body. Seriously? You search her? Wait, she's still breathing. We should help her. Who knows how long she's been out here? You want to bring her back? Are you mad? We have no clue who she is. She could be with the Green Flame for all we know. The Green Flame are the bad guys, by the way, in this game. She doesn't look like one of them. We can't risk compromising Delaric's location. Celeste will have our heads. And what she knows how to cast that strange magic. We don't have to worry about that. She's unconscious. Captain Lavelle shall decide her fate. Looks like it's your lucky day, girl. Alright, so basically the second achievement, basically, we've found our main character. And now we'll basically take control of her.
I once read a man would have to go below the waves to understand the true scale of an iceberg. Reminds me of you, dear father. I confess I never really knew you. After all, how does one get the measure of a man when there's so much beneath the surface? Nevertheless, I owe my survival of Zumurud's blistering deserts and the wild forests of Sylvia to your training. When I was summoned home to Edina, in order to read your last will and testament, I didn't know what to expect. I suppose it comes as no surprise. You remained a mystery, even in death. I now find myself beckoned to the dwarven realm of Dockheim by the encrypted journal and ancient relic you left behind, on an expedition to the cursed city of Eisenair for answers you never provided. I shall not be daunted. My determination is equal to the task at hand. If, as you say, this Vambrace is the key to entering that forbidden city, I will find what I seek. My journey has been difficult. Since the Vambrace entered my possession, I have been plagued by unsettling dreams of a ghostly blade cutting me down.
Alright, so here's Chapter 1, The Adventuress. And yes, loading. So girl. Ugh. My head. Stranger, glad you could join us, Sleeping Beauty. Who are you? Let's make this clear. I'm the one asking questions here. You can start with your name. My name is Lyric. Avila Lyric. I am Lamville Esquire. You're lucky we found you. A moment later, and you'd be another piece of frozen decor gracing the streets. I must have fainted. I never felt a chill like that before. We are, unfortunately, well acquainted with it here. Celeste had half a mind to leave you up there. Good for you, she's not calling the shots, and I was feeling generous. Up there? So we're underground. Looks like I've got a sharp one on my hands. I took the liberty of searching your stuff. A bunch of climbing gear and a strange book nobody can read. Explain. I came seeking answers about my father, the late Dr. Nicole Lyric. I traveled here with from Edina with his journal. Right, everyone knows nobody goes in and nobody ever comes out of Eisenair. Eisenair? You mean I'm here? I actually made it inside the city? Suppose for a moment I entertain your absurd story. How the hell did you get past the Frostfell? That barrier around the city? I walked through it. Enough of this nonsense. You think I haven't seen what happens when somebody touches it? Instant death. The only freaks wandering the surface are either spooks, mad survivors, or the green flame. You're not dead, and as far as I can tell, you're still sane. So let's cut to the chase. What's your connection with the green flame? I don't know them. Green what? Green flame. The Arcanic cult helping on destroying the Guardian Alliance. Ring any bells, or have you been living under a rock? They're the ones responsible for this frozen curse? I can assure you, I'm not with them. I just got here. You're serious, aren't you? Well, imagine my surprise to learn some Adini decided to take a leisure stroll on the surface. Listen, I have a matter of great urgency. I'm looking for an individual named Zakhard. Do you know of him? Heh, there's nothing left for us to discuss right now. But I'm feeling gracious today, so tell you what. I'm giving you 10 permission to move about Dillark until I figure out what to do with you. That is... Dillark? Oh, that's the name of our lovely abode deep below ice and air. Welcome to paradise. You're just letting me go? There's nowhere to run, so you just best make yourself at home. In fact, take this. You'll need some if you want to survive down here. What's this? We call it Hellion, and it's the only currency worth anything down here. Consider it a little welcome gift. I've never seen paper money. Try anything funny, and you're dead. In a cell, or right back on the surface where we found you. Are we clear? Crystal. Alright, so yes, we're basically playing as disadventurous right here. Lyric. I'm famished. Is there anything to eat down here? You can run while you're in Dillark. So basically A and D and shift. So I can walk, or I can run. I guess we'll go up the stairs. Prison guard. The captain's finished with you, eh? That was fast. Please wait while I process your paperwork. Oh, he's just going to say the same thing, I guess. So, at this point, basically in the story, we're just going to go look around at stuff, so... Lyric. How to keep your body warm. Step 1. Make a fire. Step 2. Stand in front of fire. Step 3. Be warm. Yeah, that sounds about, right. Now, note that this person over here, who's basically shackled inside that cage. Prison guard, keep your distance from her, or you're bound to lose a limb. That's Isabel Salazar. The one knows black magic. Consider yourself warned. Lyric. I can't place her, but for some reason she looks so familiar. ... The frost wind howls around you. Your presence here will bring much anguish. Save your fortunes for someone who wants to hear them, Witch. Fortune favors those with the wits to heed her call. Don't disappoint. Your paperwork's done. Scram before we change our mind. Now, note by the way that she had a conversation with us, you'll see that that's very, interesting. You'll see why eventually. Best keep your distance from her, lest you get hexed. The witch knows black magic. Consider yourself warned. Now, I'll note by if you recall when I started this game, basically this game is inspired by Darkest Dungeon, Final Fantasy, Castlevania, FTL, and one more. Take a guess at what this is basically inspired by. The little icon running around the world map. Anyhow, I'll note over here we're basically supposed to go to, get to, the next bit. But let's go over here first, maybe. See what this question mark's all about. So, Volsung's workshop. Lyric. Whoa! Are these... I've heard stories about these machines. I've never seen one up close. Golem. Grr, chugga, chugga, grr. Looks like a real Tin Man. I wonder how it works. And then we found a page of the Codex. Not sure what that's all about, but we'll learn, I guess, in the future. I can't tell where it's broken or resting. Stranger. Huzzah! Be amazed! There are no other technical marvels like them in the Wisp world. Yeah, they're quite remarkable. Did you make them yourself? My name is Volsung, and this is my workshop. Yep, my faithful servants are the handiest. Have you ever met a golem before? Golem? Ha, I'm not surprised. Humans don't have the same knack for engineering we do. There's a lot of complex tech running underneath the hood of these tin men. The inside compartment is made of... trails off. Well, you're quite the handyman. How do they work? These superior golems are powered by my special brand of engineering and a bit of Savannah hedge magic. They run on enchanted apples. Too bad Talander won't help me anymore. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. Okay. They can do some pretty complex tasks. Golem Chugga? Hi, Tin Man. How are you today? Chugga Gur? I think they understand me, but they don't seem too bright. So this is Lyric's cabinet. You can store items from your inventory here. You can access the items you store from a cabinet located in Volson's workshop and a market as well. Good to know. Now at some point we'll basically learn a little bit more about the world we're in, but for now let's just go do like, our main quest and stuff. So here's the market. The Foxier Market. Guard. Halt! You're not permitted to be roaming around here. Calm yourself, good sir. This is my dear friend. Do you not recognize her? Another girl, eh? You tricky bastard. I still need to check her papers, though. No need to bother, I can personally vouch for her. After all, a friend of mine is a friend of the North Venture Company. Alright, go on. Who is this smooth talker? So yeah, we got stopped by the guard here, but whatever. Mahoram. Your gorgeous eyes, the lady has. Mahoram relic hunting extraordinaire at your service. Sorry, but isn't that just a fancy way of saying you're a thief of antiquities? You offend my sensibilities with such barbed words. I am merely a humble adventurer, who got stuck in the wrong place at the wrong time. Thanks for defending me at the market gate. My name is Lyric. Why did you help me anyway? I have a quick ear, my lady. Life here can be difficult for an outlander unfamiliar with our strange ways. And forgive me, you must be famished. Allow me to take you to the market. That's one offer I won't refuse. Come then, follow me. Now I know I'm not controlling the character at this point, but whatever. Mahoram. Hello, Yesol. This is Lyric, my dear friend, since today. She's gawking at me. Yesol, huh? Well, that's a pretty name. How can I help you two today? Do you have anything to eat? I can pay in gold. We don't use gold here, my lady. Don't you have any Helion? Helion? The Foxier traditionally burnt it as an offering to our ancestors. It's now the currency of choice for spooks. You mean this, right? Lanville gave me some. Great. Shall we make a deal? Anything in particular you're looking for? Alright, so Deliric Slavers and Silver Wraiths conduct trade using a paper currency called Helion. You'll need to scavenge and sell supplies you found on the field to earn more. Switch between the shop wares and your inventory to buy and sell items. Merchantry represents your ability to negotiate with the merchants. More options and rare items will appear in the shop if you have high merchancy stat. Well, that's good to know. Alright, so I basically need to buy some food. So we got a splint right there, we got a gecko tail skewer, Sylvani tea, a centipede stick, box syrup, Nazari fire brew, and smelling salts. So I've got food here, but it's going to hurt basically eat it, I guess. So centipede sticks basically, it's nutritious but doesn't taste very good. And gecko tail skewer, it tastes good but isn't very nutritious. Alright, well, let's see here. I think, let's go for the gecko tail stewer, I guess. We'll buy one of them. And if I press tab, I can see like what I've got here, I guess. So I bought the stuff right here, I guess. I'll be seeing you around. Stop right there. Lady Celeste, what brings you to our quiet corner of Delarock? What are you doing out of prison? Mayhaps there's a misunder... Shut your mouth, Mahoram. Guards, arrest her. What? I honestly didn't think you were going to make it when we dumped you in that cell. Celeste, right? Lanville mentioned your team found me. Save the pleasantries. I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. Regardless, you have my thanks. You received no charity from us. My team found you on the street. Thought you might be a Green Flame agent we could interrogate. Good intel is hard to come by nowadays. I understand everyone's suspicions, but I've already told Lanville I have no connection to them. Am I to believe he's waltzed into ice in there? Ridiculous. The frost spell surrounding the city kills anything that touches it. We have Isabel to thank for that rusty gift that keeps giving. I just saw her in prison. What does she have to do with this? You can stop playing coy. I'm not buying your act, lady. If what Lanville said is true, I'm the first person to enter the city in a year. Nobody outside has the slightest clue of what's happening here. Want to know what really happened? We were the fools that got caught in the middle of a civil war. Between who? Tensions between the dwarves and the drifters is as old as the city itself. We never imagined Eisenhower would evolve into total chaos. The Green Flame had been stoking tensions for months, if not years. When the time came, they seized the moment and orchestrated a decisive coup. In whose name? The King of Shades. He cursed this place and keeps an iron grip on it. But I'm sure that's no surprise to you. After all, you show up now? That's convenient. Maybe Lanville believes your little sob story, but you're not fooling me. You got the wrong idea about me. I came here in good faith. Too bad. You're marching right back in that prison cell, and you're going to learn to get real cozy with that witch friend of yours. ... Ma'am, we have a problem. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? There's a mad wraith in Delarock. What? How's that possible? It's at the ascending room. Please come. Just my luck. Don't think this changes anything. You're coming with me. Could the rumors about the mad wraith of Eisenhower be true? Guard. Everybody stand back! That's not ordinary spook. It's gone mad. Butcher spook. Warg! Watch out! Celeste, what's going on here? Captain, it appears some spooks hitched a ride to Delarock in the ascending room. Who's on duty? We lost 2 souls here. There are no witnesses as to how they got in, sir. We arrived a moment too late. Lyric stopped it. Is that so? I guess your theory that she was the Green Flame didn't age well. What say you now? Sir, we shouldn't jump to any conclusions. Nonsense. Get these men to the Sylvanic Healing Hall and be discreet about it. We don't need to cause an unnecessary panic. And post some guards on the surface. Lyric, meet me in the war room at the Guardian Barracks. There's someone who would like to have a word with you. Alright, so basically we're now getting to the next part of the story. Basically we met Celeste and had a nice little chit-chat with her and all that stuff. I don't know if you can go to other places and such in these points of the game, but really you have to basically go to point at this point because it doesn't really let you do anything else. So we'll go here next. Here's the Guardian Barracks. Welcome to the headquarters of the Alliance Guardians. Our mission is to maintain order in Delarock until we discover a solution to this crisis. You found a page of the Codex. Guard, Lanville said you'd come. They're waiting for you. Please proceed. And before we go in, let's just look around, I guess. Proceed, he has something to discuss with Celeste. Word to the wise though, she doesn't waste time with idle small talk. We have brokered a tenuous truce between the Crown Loyalists and the Drifters. This place feels like it's about to explode. Captain Squire once saved my life during a surface mission. I owe him a huge debt of gratitude, and would gladly pledge myself to his service. Can't go in there. The captain is fiercely loyal to his soldiers. You won't find a more honorable man walking in the Five Realms. This chamber belongs to our leader, Commander Zekard Ventru. It is strictly off limits. So the main boss is like, top of here, this room here. And over here we'll find Celeste, I guess. If she's around. Let me be clear, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. It looks like I'm the least of your worries around here. I don't know how you got through to Frostfell, but my gut is telling me something is off. You may be in Lanville's good graces, but respect is earned in my books. Good, that makes both of us. I got my eyes on you. That's Celeste. Can't really do anything in here. Another page of the Codex. So I guess if you press N, that's the Codex stuff. So this is the Codex of Luminous. It separates into two sections, the Codex and the Journal. Lyric inherited the Codex from her father, unlocks its encrypted pages to learn more about the world, its history, and our mysteries. Press left right to toggle between Codex categories, press up down to check the pages within. Change books to view the Journal. It contains details on the current missions and goals. And press left and right to move between completed and working mission sections. So basically you can read stuff here, I guess. So there's stuff about the Drow Summon right there. So there's the letters from your father. There's a faction right there, the North Venture Company. There's a bit about golems. If you want to read it, you can stop right there, I guess. It looks like you can toggle through this stuff very quickly, so there's already is a Drow Cramp right there. It's not really saying anything about the races just yet. If I actually do a playthrough of this, I'll probably have some episodes that's dedicated to reading the codex and all that stuff. But for now, I'll just skip it for now. So we met Celeste. Let's go talk to the next guy downstairs. This looks like a bunk place, so another page of the Codex. Another page of the Codex, just why not? We love our Codex finds. Enough in that way, so I don't have to worry about it. So, onward. And here we go. The Guardians are composed of soldiers recruited from all across the Five Realms and free cities of Etheria. Our efforts have ushered in a new era of peace over the world. Our priority now is to stop the Shade King. We need to find a safe way to evacuate the survivors from Icenair. Unfortunately, our inability to bypass the Frost Spell has stifled our efforts. The Frost Spell has kept you trapped here this entire time? It's an enchanted barrier surrounding Icenair. Anyone who touches it is instantly frozen to death. Frost fences are getting erected inside the city too. This is a city map. Looks like the Guardians have profiled most important people of the city. A new frost fence is cut off access to the supplies we need at the Ghost Bazaar. The situation is dire, but we're still trying this under wraps. We're still trying to keep this under wraps. Alright, so they've got, some spelling errors, that's fine, I guess. There's lots of text in here. The last thing we need is to panic. We'll have to consult Balthasar to find something, another route through. He always manages to find something. And then here we go. We're at the main, quest part here.
Yes.
Landville. I don't know how it happened, sir, but we're making every Lyric, glad you could join us. I'd like to introduce you to our esteemed leader, Zachard Ventru. Zachard? I set out in search of you months ago. I can hardly believe you're staying here now. Oh, please excuse me. Apologies for interrupting. I'm just pleased to make your acquaintance, sir. Please, call me Zachard. The captain has informed me of your unusual arrival. I have a lot of questions, but they'll have to wait. Yes, I'm sorry to cut this introduction short. We have an ongoing situation. Isabel Salazar escaped her cell and left Delarak. She murdered our guards and allowed a mad rape into Delarak, putting many lives at risk. But I just saw her, briefly, while having my paperwork done. She even spoke to me as I was leaving. What? She hasn't spoken in a year. Do you remember what she said? I didn't pay much heed to her at the time. Who is she? That witch is one of the Shade King's prime lieutenants. If she gets away, she'll compromise Delarak's location. If that happens, nothing will save us. Then forgive me for asking, but why aren't you pursuing her right now? We tried. We were unable to follow her through the frost fence, though. She used her magic to bypass it. Frost fence? They're smaller barriers conjured through the same magic as the frost spell. The green flame uses them to limit our access to certain sectors of ice and air. They too are deadly to the touch. But that wouldn't be an issue for you, would it, Lyric? Sir? It's true, I walked through the frost spell. I could do so through the power of his Vambrace, but you already knew that, didn't you? How did you come into possession of this artifact? My late father left it to me. His final letter bid me to seek you out in this cursed place. This Vambrace, he said, was the key to coming here. It allowed me to bypass the frost spell, harmlessly. Would your father happen to be the esteemed Dr. Nicole Lyric? One and the same. How could you possibly know that? He is a renowned scholar, and his research on the Archons is unsurpassed. I am well versed in his works. Now, before me stands a woman bearing his namesake, and carrying a relic of archonic design. Even I can connect the dots. You recognize this thing? It's called the Etterbrace. A powerful relic indeed. I'm not sure Lyric realizes the value of what she possesses. If all you say is true, then she should give it to us. We could use it to turn the tide against the King of Shades. It's not that simple. I can't remove it. I've tried everything short of cutting off my arm. Lyric, you seek answers and I'm willing to help you, but our foray now is finding Isabel. Would you be willing to lead a party past the frost fence to find her? This isn't my first tracking mission. I'll help, but when I come back, we need to talk. You'll need a place to prepare before deploying. Take the scroll of consent and tell Helga at the Lost Lady Inn I sent you. She'll make sure you have a space. My scouts informed me Isabel was moving north towards the entertainment district. We will send some guardians with you to the service to help, of course. If you're looking for cell swords, you might have some luck at the recruitment board. In the meantime, I'll make sure the ascending room is set for your next destination. Leave it to me. And that's basically it for here. And there's some rooms in here as well, I guess. Of course, more Codex entries. I've learned to appreciate the quiet moments. It feels like the calm before the storm of doing the next surface run. I don't think the barracks is actually connected to each other, I guess, in this game, so... There we go. Stranger, hey girl over here. I'm pretty busy right now. Then I'll keep it brief. I'm Maru Han, the acting director of the North Venture Company in Dokkum. I heard rumor Lanville was assembling an expedition to the entertainment district. Is it true? Word travels fast around here. There are few activities to while away the hours in Delric, and the gift of the gab has always been my specialty. Well, your sources were right, but the original expedition was cancelled, and I'm leading a new one myself. Then I have a special request. There is an item of great importance to me in the entertainment district. The merchant Manduk is currently in possession of it. What is this item, and who is Manduk? A golden seal called the Okese is granted by the Asadali Emperor and confers the legitimacy to its owner to conduct business on behalf of the North Venture Company in Dokheim. Manduk was the company's former chief. This doesn't seem like something worth risking lives over. Risk brings reward. Fetch me the seal, and I'll ensure you get the finest deals in Delric. You'll need my help if you're planning to regular expeditions to the surface. Alright, I'll keep an eye out for it, by not making any promises. The merchant's fate has already been sealed. It is of little use to her now, but it is priceless to me. I'll be seeing you around. I don't think he says anything different, so let's just get going. So at this point, let's just go visit the inn over here. Basically, we're going, like, you know, through all the various spots as we go along here in like the sort of, like, you know, introductory chapter. Champion. Tonight just isn't your night, my friend. Challenger. What you're talking about? Just deal the cards.
Greetings.
Are you Helga? Well, look what the snowcat dragged in. I heard there was a new face in town. My name is Lyric. Zachary said his regards. He said you could set me up a room here. That's so. Unfortunately we're full up. Oh. Actually, I might have something for you, but it can hardly be called a room. Used to roughing it? I've had my shares of nights without a roof over my head. Then you won't have any problems here. We have a space behind the bar that's being used for storage. You can unload over there. I'm not complaining. Make yourself at home and feel free to spruce it up. Sure. Alright, that should be right over here. And yes, this is our abode. Whoa, she wasn't kidding. This place is a dump. Hey, you take what you can get. Well, if I'm going to stay here, I might as well clean up a bit. And we'll clean it up. It took all night to clean that mess. I have to admit, this place looks a lot better now. It's really not half bad. It's about time to head out. I should check the recruitment board. Lanville mentioned to see if I could find some more hands for the expedition. So yes, this is our, like, you know, area right here, I guess, like, you know, to spruce up and such. I can keep my clothes in this closet. I could really use a fresh change. So Lyric can change her clothes in the dressing room. You will unlock new skins as you progress through the expedition. So right now we got the Adventurer's Garb and the Civvies. So Adventurer's Garb, an excellent armor set for rough and tumble adventures. And Civvies, a casual outfit representing a typical Adenian civilian clothing. It's been a while since I slept in a proper bed. Looks like it's about to fall apart, but I'd rather take my chances and sleep on the cold, stony ground. Should I sleep now? No, not right now. We don't need to sleep right now. Looking at the flame relaxes me. This fireplace really brings some welcome warmth to my stay here. This is my storage unit. I keep my stuff here, in here. The space in my pack is limited, and my companions won't be able to bring much either. If I carry too much, I won't be able to continue the expedition to the best of my ability. A bath of running out water? Impressive. The ancient aqueduct system here is more advanced than most modern cities. I guess that'll be important later on. Yes, here's our storage, by the way. So right now, I guess we only got that little kebab over there, but whatever, that's fine. Let's look around, shall we? Found page of the Codex. Foxier. Rumor has it that Foxier Merharm just settled into the Lost Lady. He's been keeping a pretty low profile in the past year. Old Red Fox? A thief extraordinaire? Yeah, right. I swear you Foxier will believe every rumor on the street. It's true. Well, I haven't seen him myself, but a friend from the market mentioned it, and his word is good as gold. The day I believe that is the day I shave my beard. Prostitute. Watch your step. We don't want to trip down the stairs and bust that pretty head of yours. Can't do anything over here, so let's go downstairs. I sense the presence of a fellow adventuress. That's quite the sixth sense you have there. My name is Lyric. Who might you be? No offense, but I'm not looking for new friends. They always end up 6 feet under. That's a jaded outlook. Survive a few trips to the surface and maybe we'll have something in common. Until then, keep your guard up. So we'll talk to her later. Card player. Hey, don't look now, but that lady in red is back again. Heh, some say that it is one of the only Charlotte Lorre. Priceless Lorre? What's she doing in a place like this? Maybe I should make a move. Ha! Like Royally would want anything to do with your fleet-bitten ass. Community announcement. Dearest patrons of the Lost Lady Pub and Inn, it has come to my attention that many of you have been leaving empty mugs and bottles strewn about the premises. Just because it is an apocalypse doesn't mean we have to act like beasts. Please do your part in keeping the Lost Lady clean. Yes, keep things clean. Alright, that's basically it for here, so let's just move on. I guess we're basically good to go. Now I move over to the adventure board over here. This looks like the recruitment board. Let's see if any hired hands are available. So Hunter, chances to join supply runs are drying up now. What with all the new frost fences being erected around the city? Damn, the green flame. I haven't eaten anything in 2 days. If only there was a way to sabotage those barriers. This is a recruiting wall. Expedition leaders come here to find willing participants for supply runs to the surface. You meet a lot of interesting characters around the recruiting board. Well, most of these people have seen some action on the surface. Many of them have even encountered rad spooks. Our caster. I nearly lost my tail on the last mission. Luckily, we all made it back in one piece. Scoundrel. Since the Green Flame has tightened their grip on the entire city, your tail might end up being the least of your worries next time. Survivor. Permission to lead expeditions is only granted a select few. The volunteers on the recruitment wall are willing to risk their lives simply for the opportunity to bring something back. Pharmacist. I can't tell you how many of these guys are going to end up on the structure and back on our hands at the healing hall. Hedge Mage. Without these volunteers, Delric would have fallen to ruin long ago. Despite the circumstances, they're able to keep their spirits lifted. Alright, so Hunter, blah blah, you can meet up with new hires at the Lost Lady before going to the surface. Always helps to put a name to the face. Thanks for a tip. Alright, so here's the recruiting board. One more, I got it. You know, I've been talking for quite a while if I start to cough. So, this is the recruiting board. You'll find willing comrades in Delric who have added their names to names here. Select comrades to join your expedition to the surface. There are only 4 candidates now, but you will unlock more allies as you progress. New applicants will appear on the recruiting board from time to time. So at the start here, we basically have access to a Dragoon, a Fencer, an Arcaster, and a Fusilier. So basically looking at these guys, probably you got basically like, you know, this guy's a tank. We got basically like, you know, a good, like, you know, scout. We have basically a good, you know, merchant type. And then we have like, you know, a combat, like, you know, range type over here. I think we're gonna take this guy for sure, so... Do I need this companion? Yes. And we'll deal with that in a moment. We're just gonna put him somewhere. Let's grab... You? Do I need this companion? Yes. And... You know what? Let's go for the merchant here too. We'll ignore the tank for now. So do I need this companion? Yes. Now I can only have 4 members in your party, so we're basically good. We're, you know, now where we are. So an identity adventurer who wields the mysterious powers of the Vambrace. She's basically got, you know, a couple of mid-range like attacks as well as a long-range attack. So she's a long-range person, Lyric. I want her in back then. Whoops. So Lyric can go, like, you know, where Amber is, I guess. So we'll swap them around. Amber, a saboteur who excels at reconnaissance missions where the stakes are high. She's basically got a long range and a short range ability. So I probably want her to be like here in a second or first slot. She's got 24 health. She's probably good there because she's probably my better tank at the moment, so leave her right there. This guy is a mid-range or long-range type of guy, so probably I want him to be in back. And you are spread shot, deal true 2 damage to all targets, and long range again over there. So apparently I've got myself 3 long range guys and, like, you know, 1 short range type of character right here. Possibly that's not a good thing to have, but we'll basically see in a moment, I guess. So anyways, let's get going. And this is basically the way out of this area. Halt! You need Zacher's scroll of consent before you can use the ascending room. Zacher just gave it to me. Here. Okay, looks like everything checks out. You can use the statue over there to operate the lift now. Do you have any questions? I do. What's on your mind? So, what is this thing? This lift looks like a huge steel container hanging from a bunch of cables. Something tells me there's more to it than that. Glad you mentioned it. We all owe our lives to this machine. Without this miracle of dwarven engineering, nobody would be able to reach Dilric or the surface. The ascending room does not simply move up and down. It moves in 3 dimensions, through an elaborate network of underground tunnels. Using this, you'll be able to move between Dilric and several locations on the surface of ice and air quickly and securely. Since the ascending room follows a randomized path every time, it is virtually impossible to detect and trace its route back to Dilric. Nobody, not even the most skilled dwarven engineers, know how this contraption works now. After all, its design and engineering may be dwarven, but this baby is powered by archonic magic. In short, Dilric is safe unless it gets compromised from the inside. That's why use of this ascending room is strictly regulated to those with permission from our Lord. Where does it go? Where does it go? The ascending room connects to several locations. We mainly use it to travel to the entertainment, residential, and industrial districts, though. It is obscured from plain sight and reveals itself only to those who have traveled in it. What if someone from Dilric decides to reveal the way here? If someone with knowledge of how to operate this lift shared those details, we'd be in trouble. That's why everyone is thoroughly vetted before giving permission to journey up. Who made this? Who made this contraption? Balthasar once told me that construction of the ascending room was commissioned by a legendary dwarven king from some distant age. Interestingly enough, some design motives bear striking resemblance to the engineering used by the augurs, the most elite soldiers of our own alliance. What's the connection? Who knows what mysteries this deep place holds? One can only guess what the ascending room's mural means. Any more questions? Never mind. Thanks for your help. Be careful up there. My companion is a layman engineer. It was his dream to come to Dukum long ago and study dwarven tech. Now that he guards the lift, he won't shut up about how great it is. Okay, this is it. Once we head up, there's no going back. Let's go. Alright, so. The ascending room is an ancient device constructed to ferry passengers from Dilric to various locations on the surface of ice and air. Choose your desired location and go. You can retreat back to Dilric at any time from the pause menu. You will keep your surviving allies and loot, but lose your campaign progress. Good luck. Mission. Pursue Isabel Hellfire. The Entertainment District is located in the northern quadrant of the ice and air. Unlike most dwarven cities, which are stiflingly rigid and homogeneous, ice and air prospered greatly from its laissez-faire policies and open nature. As the years passed, this burgeoning quarter served to satisfy all manner of vices for its city's diverse populace. Although it's now complete ruin, not all is lost. The Ghost Bazaar, a vibrant trading hub, is open for business. The spooks there are even willing to deal with the living, who bring hell money to the table. Let's get going then. Alright, so we're just going to make our way to the next map. I think I'll be ending this, play session soon, but for the most part you're getting good, grasp what this game's all about. Looks like this is the hidden entrance to the city. I can freeze to death up here. I better hustle if I want to find Isabel. So camping is essential to restore your party's health and vigor. Your party will be able to use supplies and equip relics during this lull in your expedition. Make sure you take this time to benefit from playing accordingly. You need to choose someone to oversee the camp. This person will manage supplies, security, and morale while the party is resting. It is usually a good idea to choose someone with a high overwatch. Your chosen overwatch can use the party with song and story to restore vigor. Success is determined by your overwatch stat. The overwatch will guard the camp while your party chooses to rest. Sleep will restore health, and success is determined by your overwatch stat. Child masters and fencers can use ravens to scout streets in your current sector, thus revealing what can be expected to encounter there. So, going by my stats, by the way, I guess, for Overwatch, the merchant over here is the best for it, with her, high 4. Lyric apparently is, crap at basically everything, but whatever. For awareness, I guess, this guy's got the highest awareness. And then, defense has got the highest, ability to, pick locks and stuff like that. And she's also got the best haggling over here, the merchant, of course. Well, let's see what these guys all say. That's the lift down. I guess these guys don't say anything important, so we're not going to worry about it. Alright, we're in Chapter 2 at this point, the merchant. This seems like a good stopping point then, because we got basically, through the tutorial and first chapter. I don't know if when I'll continue this Let's Play, by the way, but I do intend to pursue it, in the future for sure. So here's Sarge, by the way. I'm Sarge. Sakura told me you were coming up. The people I pull half frozen from the surface usually avoid coming back up. Celeste mentioned one of her scavenging parties found me. Thanks for saving my life. I suppose I'm a glutton for punishment. The green flame and the feral animals aren't all you'll need to worry about up here. So ask about camping? This is the first time I've had to deal with the possibilities of camping in such conditions. A good camping spot may be the difference between life or death. Make sure your Overwatch has a high stats so you can reap the benefits of resting well. It's also an opportunity to get to know your companions. Your lives are in each other's hands, after all. What should I be worried about up here? The spooks are naturally drawn to your presence, so you're being hunted the moment you set foot out here. Almost everything has an irrational desire to see you dead. Make sure the person leading your team can detect traps. You'll have plenty to contend with between the natural obstacles traps set by the green flame, braves, and mad survivors. And ask about encounters. A lot of strange things are afoot here. I'm sure you've had your plenty of tales from the field. You don't know half of it. You'll see soon enough when you encounter a strange event. Consider your options carefully before making your next move. What happens next could save or be a death of your party. I've seen my share of danger. I'll be ready for it this time. Take this. We call it the Geistermeter. It'll let you know when spooks are getting close by measuring a ghost fog. It's an interesting contraption. Check its status on the bottom left corner of the screen. When a ghost fog comes, you'll know the mad shades are nearby. When that happens, make sure you leave an area as quickly as possible. They sound like a handful to contend with. Just try to come back in one piece, soldier. So terror will increase as your party explores the field. It will drop again when you enter a new sector. Use the Geistermeter to monitor ghost fog and stay ahead of the threat pursuing you. So basically, don't let that over here get up to full or else you'll be in trouble. So, everybody stop. Is this the frost fence? Be careful around that. The green flame has been pulling them up around the city to block our way. That's the reason I'm here. What's the plan? I thought you knew a way around it. No, we're going through it. You can't be serious. Touching it is instant death. How do you think I got into the city to begin with? Alright everyone, step back. I've only done this once before. I honestly don't know what's going to happen next. Here goes nothing. It's gone! What kind of magic is this? This Vambrace protects me from arcanic magic. You could use it to help us escape the city. It seems I can destroy these smaller frost fences, but that's not the case for the frost spells surrounding ice and air. Okay, let's move out. And you found a page of the Codex. Alright, so yeah, this is a good stopping point thing at this point. Let me know what you think about the game, I guess, at this point, but for now... what do these all do? There's a retreat, there's a back button, there's the settings. Any progress you've made after prying through the ascending room will be lost. Do you still wish to quit the game? Sleeping in Delicate stage or status. Yeah, we're going to quit the game, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, at this point. Yeah, I'll be continuing on as we go along at this point, but for now, hope you guys have enjoyed, and just take care. And it looks like it just takes you to the title screen when you click that, but that's fine. Take care, all.